Stacking wins was the goal, and stacking wins the Cowboys did in Week 12, putting together a historic comeback down 21-0, 24 unanswered to beat the Philadelphia Eagles in AT&T Stadium, 24-21 the final in Week 12. They now have their 5th win of the season. Nicole Hutchison joined by Teague to break it all down, and man, does it feel good to have that win, specifically over a team that they struggled against in Week 1, right? They had that rain delay to kind of help them out a little bit. But, I mean, offensively, they struggled, down 21-0. And then defensively, put on the clampers, put together some nice drives, keeping Philly scoreless on 8 straight possessions. It don't get no better than that, George.
Is it okay for me to actually sound here on how much I dislike the Eagles? I don't know if that's politically correct and all that kind of stuff, but this is a big win for us in many categories, right? Just where you are in the playoff hunt, and then playing against an NFC East, divisional game. It's just so many good things with this. Now, they gave me heart attacks. I'm sitting there watching the game. They gave me heart attacks, but great things happen. And I think we ought to talk about it a little bit.
Absolutely. Great things happen, specifically a great player in George Pickens. The Cowboys signed him this offseason. And, I mean, it don't get no special than George Pickens, a perfect 9 for 9, 146 yards, receiving yards, and a touchdown. But it was his big play-making ability for this offense to keep them alive.
I get to take credit for all of his stuff because his name is George. And Anyway.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Let you go there.
All right, this is George Pickens right here. Y'all need to be able to see what's going on. You talking about a big play at a big time of the game, right? You got a guy that's manned up, right? So when you look at his stats, you try to cover this guy man to man, you are going to lose. He leads the league in yards after the catch when you're in man-to-man coverage. So they're going to try to cover him with DeJean back here in the back. But when you watch this route, when you see him go, he comes up, he sticks him on a post, okay, turns him around, and then Dak, I don't even know if you noticed that part, he kind of moved the pocket to the right a little bit, and then threw it back across his body. So here it is again. You can't even see the guy that's covering him on the back end. He's actually back this way, back here, okay, off the screen right now. But we're still focusing on this gentleman right here. So as he goes, just watch him at the top of route. He goes to the post, makes him jump inside now at this point right now. Oh, my gosh. Will you watch this catch? He's up over 2 guys, catches the ball. Body control is just amazing.
Yeah, that's what that's the play a lot of the guys said, along with that CeeDee Lamb big yard catch, big deep ball. They said that those were the momentum shifts that they needed to kind of motivate this team. But you talk about a George Pickens that was matched up against everybody in that secondary. I mean, Cooper DeJean, he was matched up twice, caught all his targets. Matched up with Adoree Jackson as well, caught all 3 targets and a touchdown against Adoree. Matched up with Quinyon Mitchell 13 times and hauled in 2 targets against him. So, I mean, talk about this offense, the way that they're moving right now. You also had a little help from Javonte Williams as well on the ground.
Yeah, so first I got to give some more props to George Pickens, right? Because you try to cover man-to-man, like I said, he's going to burn you. Then you try to get in zone, you see him run all the slants that he's running. You got Dak playing to a high level, doing all the stuff you're watching Javonte Williams run, and that's kudos to our run game coordinator, just being creative in the runs and giving the comfort level to Javonte, to Dak, to CD, to Pickens. So there's so many weapons that you have. It's just going to be hard to stop them consistently.
Yeah, they made plays. This offense made plays when they needed to, because you talk about the first 4 drives alone, a turnover on downs, a 3 and out, a fumble, an interception in the end zone. It was ugly, but
Wasn't good.
It wasn't good. But they figured it out. Defensively as well, they were really gassed in that first half, of course, because the offense putting them in some bad situations. But they put on the clampers, like I mentioned earlier. Oso Digizua coming down with a clutch sack in the 4th quarter.
Ooh, man, I don't normally jump up out of my seat when I'm doing that, but I did. Yeah, I did jump up out of that because that was a huge play. But there's 2 things that I want to show you on this play, right? We are going to focus on Osa, but I also need you to see what Kenny Clark did first, right? So I want you to see, or Kenneth Murray. He's right here, all right? So this is called a 10 robber. What are we talking about? He's actually going to go out here towards this gentleman who's been torching us? Number 11, A.J. Brown, right? So you start with that first. I won't let that go, and I want you guys to focus on where he goes. So he actually runs out, get into Jalen Hurts' vision. Now it creates the plays for Osa to make the sack. So this is when you're getting all phases going together. So when you look at the back end, one of the things that we knew is that this is my man right here. When you match him up on our guards, we knew there was a little bit of weakness on the inside. If we can get one-on-one technique with Osa or anybody with the guards, we felt like we'd be able to win. There it is. Gets him on the ground. Man, you talking about a momentum shift.
Man.
It's huge.
Hey, and that was actually a 4-man front right there. Isn't that a luxury?
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Let's talk about it. What else stood out to you about this defense? Because you talk about the second half numbers, 28 rushing yards allowed, over 100 passing yards, 0 points in the second half of this defense. What impressed you the most?
Saquon Barkley, 10 carries, 22 yards. That's what got me going. We're always talking about how do you stop the run. Do you have to stunt? Do you have to blitz it? You saw things like this, right? You're sending 4 guys to be able to do it. So when you can control the run game and force a team like this to pass, now you get to have fun. Are you playing zone? Are you playing man? These type of things. So shutting down the run game made the difference in this one.
Yeah, 63 total rushing yards allowed for this Philly offense that, again, coming into the game, they were struggling with their run game, but you talk about a team last year that was the #1 ranked rushing offense, so and also reigning Super Bowl champs as well. So good things happening. Continue to look to build for this Cowboys team. They've got a Thanksgiving game against the Chiefs. Hopefully they can build on that momentum, but it's victory week, all week. That's a wrap. Nicole, Hutchison, George, Teague. Hopefully the Cowboys can keep building on that momentum come Thanksgiving Day.